Barbara. Welcome back to my channel, or if you've never been here before, welcome to my channel. Or if you're about to leave, I'll see you later. Or maybe I won't. The world is a complicated place. So are these baby hairs. I wanted this video to be a very different thing. Initially, I was going to sit here and review gabbiehanna's, well, originally I was going to review gabbiehanna's new song, and then I was going to review her music video for Call Me Crazy. The song that she wrote initially about Trisha Paytas, for Trisha Paytas to sing, and then after she told 3 million people she heard that Trisha has herpes, for some reason Trisha just wasn't into it anymore. And just as a reminder, in case you haven't seen my other videos or you forgot because it was boring, I don't have a stake in either one of these. I like gabbiehanna a little bit less than I like Trisha Paytas, but again, I don't know much about Trisha other than the scandal she's been in, and I'm not fond of those either, so I don't hold any particular stake in either of these people. I don't care. But parts of these things make me very angry, which is why I'm here, and that's why I make videos, because if I don't get it out of my brain, then it sits there and stews and it becomes 9 million other thoughts. And so let's just get this done. So initially I was going to do that. I even said on Twitter, how do you want me to review this? Do you want me to watch it in real time, or do you want me to sit with it and sort of gather my thoughts and then analyze it, or what have you? And by far the most popular choice was for me to kind of watch it in real time, which is what I intended to do. But I opted to not do that because after having listened to the song, I started to get a little angry. To be clear, this song is not a diss track. Gabbie said so herself. It was merely written in the self-deprecating point of view of Trisha Paytas by gabbiehanna, but it was also written according to gabbiehanna because of the emotional difficulty Trisha had brought to her life. Make it make sense, because I can't. In Gabbie's defense, this is Gabbie. It seems like this is Gabbie, like, admitting that this song is mean. This is actually tea. Like I said, I really wanted this to be 2 separate videos with 2 different analytical points of view. I wanted to analyze the lyrics versus what she did with the video. And at this point, I'm kind of glad I didn't do that, because the video and the song are very different. I've watched the video a few times looking for maybe Easter eggs that I missed, and maybe there are some, but I didn't see any. The only thing that came to me organically, without trying to force something to be what it wasn't or was the moment in the video when Gabbie's attire and hairstyle are a little more androgynous. Her like Hannah Hart moment over here. I thought maybe that was a nod to Trisha's insistence that she's transgender. I could be reading too much into it. I don't know. That was my first impression without trying to force anything to be something that it wasn't. But that was the only thing that I gained from the video that might be actually about Trisha specifically. The video is beautiful. That Hawk, who does all her videos, does a beautiful job. Got a beautiful vision. The transitions, all of the editing in it, gorgeous. It's very pleasing to look at. And the song itself, while hella catchy, is where all of my problems lie. I will be 100% honest with you, because that's what I'm here to do. I like gabbiehanna's music for the most part. There are a few songs that I will skip every time and would throw into a river if I could, but overall I like her music. I think it's usually very catchy, usually very easy to sing along to. She doesn't have the strongest vocals in the world. I think that's pretty well known at this point. There are compilations of Gabbie being less than vocally stellar on YouTube. And this one is screamy. Like, great, love this. screaming is not singing. I'm not saying that she doesn't have some vocal talent, because she does, but like screaming and singing are not the same. I hate that. I hate the verses. I don't hate the whole song. I think the chorus is incredibly catchy and fun. The screamy, screechy, pitchy sound of the verses, I hate. And she's gonna ruin her voice if she continues to do that. Now the real issue, like I said, is in the song itself. Back when Gabbie was telling everybody about this song, she was trying to kind of describe the situation around why the song was about Trisha. And in doing so, she opened with a line that was something, I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like, Trisha, who's a really big fan of my music, which was said sort of tongue-in-cheek, sort of facetiously, and cuts to a clip of Trisha essentially unwell. I just remember thinking, and I believe I referenced this at the time, that I thought it was really kind of gross. If I didn't say so in a video, I definitely said so on Twitter. I thought it was really tacky and gross that Gabbie would use a video where Trisha's clearly, for whatever reason, not entirely sound. It's very catty, it's very passive aggressive, and it's for someone who really talks a lot about her own mental health and the importance of mental health, and has always been very honest about her own mental health. I think it's really damaging to kind of try and have that fly under the radar. Look, shadows. For the most part, it does fly under the radar, because I don't feel like I heard anybody else but myself, and maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I didn't really hear many people sort of talk about how distasteful that kind of was, because it's so passive aggressive that you blink and you miss it. My biggest issue with the song comes from the lyric. You try to leave, I block the door, I call it passion, you call it possessive. This lyric is literally in reference to a time when Trisha and Jason Nash, who were a couple who had a very toxic, tumultuous relationship, which is very much documented on YouTube. There are compilations of them fighting, of their toxic behavior with each other. It's very, very well documented. And in one of David Dobrik's vlogs, Jason and Trisha basically sort of recount what happened the night before when they were having a disagreement. And Jason wanted to leave, and Trisha blocked the door so that he couldn't. Ow, fucking hit my foot really hard. Obviously, like I said, this relationship was incredibly toxic. It was incredibly damaging, I would assume. It seemed very damaging at the time. It seems very damaging in hindsight. I know Trisha's a fucking troll. Like, I get it. Her whole thing is that she's a troll. But she's also actually a person. And she's also actually a person who seemed to have a lot of emotional stake in the relationship that she had with Jason Nash. And if she didn't, she deserves an Oscar, because she's a hell of an actress. Looking back on my past, and my past personally, I've done dumb shit in relationships, ending relationships that I'm not proud of. And I would think that having that specific thing pointed at in a song, Trisha's a troll and she doesn't have a lot of shame, clearly, but like, I think a lot of times she doesn't care because she's putting these things out. To have someone else do it for you, someone that you don't get along with or like, someone you want to leave you alone, that person is exploiting a situation that maybe you're not the proudest of for a song. Ew. And here's the thing, Gabbie can expose her pathological liar ex. She can write a whole ass EP about a terrible breakup. At the end of the day, those are Gabbie's experiences. Those are gabbiehanna's experiences. This is not her experience. And that lyric should have been cut the minute Trisha Paytas was out, if she was ever even in at all. The minute gabbiehanna decided to make this song herself, that lyric should have been cut. Period. Full stop. This leads me to sort of a bigger problem. Like, I'm not the PC police. I think a lot of our entertainment and comedy and stuff like that is maybe a little bit too policed in terms of what is politically correct, etc. But this whole situation really led me to be quite grossed out by the title of this song, Call Me Crazy, and the lyrics, because it's so ridiculously specific to her relationship with Jason Nash, which was incredibly outwardly toxic. Titling a song Call Me Crazy about a woman who only almost 2 years ago had an accidental overdose and ended up with a 5150 hold. As she was breaking up with the ex, Jason Nash, who this song is about. As far as my research goes, it was February 5th of 2019, Trisha Paytas overdosed on prescription pills and was subsequently held on a 5150. On Instagram, February 8th, that she and Jason Nash were no longer together. I feel so grossed out knowing that gabbiehanna is so comfortable not only writing this song, putting this song out, but also going on Drama Alert and telling Keemstar, I wrote a song for Trisha Paytas, about Trisha Paytas. I swear it's not a diss track. Overall, song's good. It's a little screamy for my taste. She should have stayed off of Drama Alert, changed a lyric, said literally nothing about Trisha Paytas, screamed a little less, and she would have knocked it out of the fucking park for me. Also, side note, gabbiehanna stans have been creating a playlist to loop her song Call Me Crazy over and over again while they sleep. They're doing it in conjunction with the song Dandelion to promote her book that's coming out next month. Ethics? Who the fuck is she? Guess that's just proof her music can't chart on its merit alone, huh? Also guys, no worries, there's new merch. So Queen of the Bullies can make a sick profit off of her colleagues' mental health. Yikes. I know this might have been a little anticlimactic. This might have been a letdown, but I felt like this was kind of more of an important conversation to have. And I know this wasn't as snarky or as as bitchy as I usually am, but I really, like, the more I looked into this, the more like weirded out I was by it, and I really thought that that was kind of an important talking point, and I hadn't really heard any other channels speaking about that portion of it. I do agree with a lot of channels. I know, I think Peter Mon said that if she had just not mentioned Trisha Paytas, that this song would be awesome and it would be super good on its own, and it would have been. That's the thing, is that she's driving drama to get clicks and views, and she's tainting that music for everybody who wouldn't have already been there anyway. Her Bad Karma EP was really fucking good, if I'm honest. Like, Happy kind of sucked and Special became funny, but like, I don't think it was bad, but for me, I couldn't listen to it because it was tainted by this drama that she kicked up herself, and it really kind of ruined it for me. Trisha made a point a while back, and she said, your music is not relatable to anybody. She was saying this, well, into the ether, but she was saying it to gabbiehanna. And the thing is that that's absolutely true, because while the content of it may be a relatable topic, she oversells you. Drama kind of infects the song, and then there is no room for interpretation. There is no room for internalizing a song. Writing a song and singing a song and performing a song and putting it out to people, millions of people, is a very personal experience, especially for the songwriter. But listening to music is also a really personal experience, and she kind of takes that personal experience out of it by putting way too much of her personal experience into it. So there is no room for interpretation. There is no room for internalizing a song and relating to it, because she's already told you what it's about. This is what it is. That's it. For example, John Mayer is an example. John Mayer is an artist I love. Don't come for me, okay? Been a John Mayer fan for like 18 years. Get off my dick. But John Mayer, when he writes a song and someone asks him, oh, is this song about such and such? Is this song about this girl you dated? Is this song about Katy Perry or Taylor Swift? John Mayer will go. Because the moment he tells you, you assign different meaning to that song. And then it's about John's experience. It's not about your experience anymore. It's not about how you interpret it or how you relate to it. It's about what it is. And great songwriting, great music will stand on its own. That's all I have for today. I'm gonna be up all night editing this. I'll see you in the next one. If you liked this video, please give it a like If you didn't like this video, please give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't. I make videos whenever the hell I feel like it. And I am gonna edit this and go to bed. Okay, bye. Thanks for your time.